So when King left Montgomery and went to Albany, Georgia, that is when they did not get the success in Albany, Georgia that they got in Montgomery, Alabama. So they heard about Miles Horton and his schooling up there in the Septima Clark, Esau Jenkins, Bernice Robinson. So they came down and they came to the Progressive Club. And Bernice Robinson was not a school teacher. She was the hairdresser. And she came down and she said, I don't know anything about teaching school, but I know I could be more practical. She pulled out a dollar bill and said, everybody know what a dollar bill is. So we'll start from that and start teaching from a dollar bill.
Oh,
And
that is practical.
That's good.
And she did it. More people started catching on. And Mr. Mack, I hope you don't mind.
No, but
My sister, who was teaching on Watermelon, had Mr. Mack out there. If you look in Ain't You Gotta Right to the Tree of Life, you see Mr. Mack up there writing his name on the board. On the board when my sister was standing by. But from that started spreading all over this area. Johns Island, Watermelon, Charleston, North Charleston. Then Mrs. Clark, Bernice and my daddy went back up there and met Andrew Young. And when he met Andrew Young thought that, said in his speech, when he made the speech down here, that people said he joined King through some mechanism with King secretaries and all this stuff, but he said, but the truth is known. He joined King after he met with Septima Clark, Bernice Robinson, and Esau Jenkins. And then he got to be with King. Then when the movement started getting really good is when they started having workshop at the Progressive Club. King came down, Fannie Lou Hamer, Hosea Williams, Stokely Carmichael, and a few others who were local came down, Mr. Brown and all of them who were over there in the NAACP. And from that, people started spreading, and the word started spreading and started moving.
What time period was that, right?
Well, the whole civil rights movement is about 13 years.
But I mean, when that happened, do you remember?
This was
about?
in the early 60s, early 60s.
yeah,
But
we'll get him out.
after King came down,
Yeah, we'll get him out.
then Hosea Williams and Fannie Lou Hamer from Mississippi, she came down, and she spoke for a while. And they all started learning the citizenship school process. And they modified as they went along, but it started right here in Georgia. And King came down, and King stayed with my daddy at the house because we lived next door to the Progressive Club. And my sister and a few other people fixed breakfast for them the next morning. And then King came back here later when he led the movement to the County Hall, when he was talking about the war in Vietnam. And I was then stationed right here at Charleston Air Force Base, but I went to Air Force Institute of Technology at Tempe, Arizona. And King and Abernathy came out there. And after I listened to Abernathy, because Abernathy and I graduated at the same college, and he graduated a year before I did. But I was surprised when I heard that he was with King. But he was, I said, I don't see how King could beat what he had said at the stadium in Arizona. But when he came out, and he wasn't but a little man, but I mean, it was like Abernathy wasn't even there anymore. I mean, he said so much in such a short time that you're just wondering, is he really a human? I mean, because, he penetrates all the students there. I mean, he just lifted everybody up. Spiritually as well as any other way you want to put it. He was just great. But I saw something from what's the lady name who used to be over the YWCA?
Miss Jackson.
Miss Jackson.
Yeah.
She wrote something I'm going to try to read to you.